Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Avaparamega and Byzantium. So the turn is 3365, year 3218 BC, and we are one turn away from Stargazing, the technology that will give us a couple of nice goodies, including one that will boost our research and education. So I'm looking forward to it. As far as the development of our empire goes, I'm looking forward to further boosting our population when Adrianople gets to population level 11. I'm looking forward to us building a couple more things in Patra, Vodena and Constantinople, in which we are on meager research. And as you can see, we have managed to get our deficit to a manageable level of -19, which I look forward to lowering. What's going to happen in the next couple of 12 turns is also that we are going to get our next great person. We have a 48% chance of it being a great engineer, which would be amazing. I want that standardization of measurements. Or we could get the great prophet, 15%, the great artist, 12%, the great scientist, that would be good as well, 10%, great doctor, 9%, and great merchant, 6%. I've also successfully managed to get the Black Hand back into our territory, and I'm sending them now to check on these barbarian cities and also on the Egyptian territory. I noticed that they have actually grown quite nicely. Heliopolis now is at population 4. They upgraded some of the tiles here, and I'm not sure what this is. It's llama. Okay, they got the llamas here. They also got a seed camp here, though that one is in the desert, so it's pretty much giving them nothing. But they get the Meorex here, giving them a nice income and food. They get the lobsters here, more nice income and food. And they haven't really done anything with the crab here because that one doesn't give them much more. But if they upgrade or develop the tile, they will get extra health. Now, as far as Memphis go, that city is much smaller, but growing. It's not growing, it's stagnant. Why? Because they're working on the archer. Okay, I guess then they're working on the archer, and they are taking full advantage of the perils here. Damn, that's a nice tile. And lobster. Okay, so Memphis is actually producing quite a lot of gold, as it seems. So that is pretty nice. And growing really rapidly. 40 is not bad. We continue terrorizing, though, the nation of Israel. My units are actually getting quite proficient at that. You can see that they got combat 4 in this case, with might 2. The other unit, where are you hiding? Here has combat 4 as well. And the last one has combat 2. But we're gonna get better. You know, we kill a number of units every turn, so Israel is still around 513, but you know, working on lowering that. I'm kind of an ass, to quite honestly, to them, because they gave me no reason to terrorize them so, and they're actually our biggest friends, so it's kind of a bad move, you know, but I mean, they're also our strongest threat, so that's how I, explain the situation to me. So let's end the turn and enjoy the benefits of the stargazing. I'm looking forward to that technology.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
I wonder where this is from. This is probably from the Old Testament, but I don't know which book. I don't recognize this. So we can now build geoglyph inscriptions. We checked that before, but I don't think that this one is that good for us. Make use of marginal terrain to build a Moai geoglyph stone circle Mesoamerican temple, Asian temple, ziggurat, or pyramids according to your regional culture. These sacred sites will generate commerce and culture in the surrounding area and enable special buildings in the nearest city. Okay, if it enables extra buildings, this might not be so bad, but we're gonna see. The biggest advantage here, apart from getting more culture from the Sky Festival, is the Stargazer's Hut, which gives us a flat bonus of 1 extra research and gives 2 extra education, which is welcome. You know, in all of our cities, we have worked quite hard to educate our people now, so getting additional education from the buildings is always going to be good. Maybe needed to build Antikythera mechanism and Grand Sky Festival. Okay, improvements geoglyphs, and this leads to divination, sundial, and Nagaism with dualism. Okay, so what's gonna be next? Pulley. Okay, I like the pulley. So can you build me the Stargazer's Hut? You can. We can also shadow this one for Byzantium and see what the actual effects on the city are going to be. Well, we're gonna get 1.16 science here, an extra education, so I like that. I like that. Sky gazing, literally gazing in the sky for pleasure or with an astronomical interest. So I guess that's how it started. 25% production boost. That's pretty good. Absolute compulsory education. That is a technology that is going to give us a psychology lab. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're gonna finish those stargazing huts, and then I'll be back when we get the pulley, which is going to give us a nice 10% boost to construction of buildings. Not military units production, but buildings. But again, pulley was one of the most important tools in the ancient world, so having it is an absolute must for us. Turn 3380, year 3125 BC, and I'm back, 1 turn away from the pulley. Basically, 1 push of the button away from the pulley. But we need to speak about a couple of things. First of all, as you can see, Adrianople is now population 11, Thessaloniki is going to be 12 very soon, and we have growth in some other cities as well. Vodena has upgraded 10, though I don't know if I didn't forget to mention that in the previous update. Nicomedia is now 6, and Trebizond is also 6, but again, I think I forgot about Trebizond in the previous part. Now, the important 2 points that I want to make. Point A, we were lucky and we got James Watt, the great engineer. So I sent him, he was born in Patra, so I sent him all the way to Constantinople, where he is going to give us the unit reward, the national standard of measurement. In Constantinople, he's going to give us 1.83 gold extra and 3.11 science extra, but he's going to construct a national wonder, which is going to give us 5 extra food in all of our cities, 10 extra production in all of our cities, 2 extra gold, 2 extra science, and plus 5 education per turn in Constantinople. So that is amazing. Now comparing it to the other things, like we could get a bit of extra science and production. Yeah, that's not what we're gonna go with, and I'm not gonna either start a golden age or choose a different discover tech. We are going to get a national standard of measurements. The second extremely important thing is, if you look here, you will notice that Babylon is now 2 score points lower than Israel. How is that possible? Well, Israel, if you remember correctly, you can actually jump back, was somewhere like 520 in the previous update, and now it's at 437. How is that possible? Well, I mentioned that I terrorized Israel quite extensively, and it has yielded some unexpected results. We managed to raise one of their cities here. I actually don't know how it worked. it's a bit of a mess. I didn't think that the ambushers or the stalkers were able to conquer city. I thought that if you removed all of their units in a city, the unit would be stationed there and just increase crime. How dumb was I? When you get the stalkers in a city, the city turns barbarian. So that happened, and I was kind of shocked because for some reason they sent out their units out of the city, probably in search of my stalkers. So I just killed one of the enemy units and then just moved in the city. I'm, completely surprised, probably as much as you are when you're seeing this. We pulled back immediately, after which Israel attacked the city, recaptured it, but then again moved this units out. So I attacked again and razed the city, getting 3 captive civilians out of that. And the same thing happened all the way over here in the city of Rishon LeZion, where I actually managed to not raze the city because they have no units nearby to reconquer the city. But I'm just keeping my unit there while the city has turned barbarian. So, cool, I guess. I swear I didn't do this on purpose. I had absolutely no idea that that was possible, but hey, it's sort of cool, isn't it? Anyway, the uncool part of this is that the civilians that we have here have no way of going to our territory. While we were terrorizing the area, there actually before that, there was actually a path through here, but I guess that Mali has started a new city here, and they completely enveloped this area, so we just can't get out. Unfortunately, that means that these 3 civilians are worthless. I waited for you to see this, but now we are going to delete them because, they're completely useless, and I don't want anyone else to recapture them because they are just defenseless. The ambushers or stalkers, pardon me, seem like they're not there. So if someone attacked them, they would have to go through the stalkers first, but it's not that hard to do. Yeah. So poor Israel lost 2 cities in the span of 3 turns, which took them down about 100 score points. And I must admit, I'm happy that that happened, but it's kind of brutal that you can do this with just 3 stalker units. I wasn't expecting that. What are you researching? Textile loom. Really? That means you are slightly ahead of us, isn't it? Textile loom is... Yeah, that's going to be the next technology that we're going to go after the pulley. So they probably don't have, maybe irrigation and plow, but they're working on this now. So we shouldn't feel that sorry for them because they are actually going pretty quickly after us. And Babylon is researching trade. Where is trade? We have trade, I know, but I think that's somewhere earlier. Taxonomy. What was that? It's... Wait, is it before sedentary lifestyle? I don't think so. It has to be here somewhere. Fungiculture, the wheel, standardization. Here it is. Okay, so again, well, they're after us, even if only with research, but we'll have to keep an eye on these guys. They need to be culled a bit from time to time, otherwise they would threaten us. Now, the ideal situation is us being... this ratio I'm okay with. If the other civilizations rise up and they all would have, say, between 300 and 400 and we would have 650, I would be happy. That would be the ideal scenario for me, where we still play the first role, we're the dominant civilization in the world, but everyone else can threaten us, especially if they would ally against us. So yeah, let's just keep it like that. So now we're gonna go ahead, end the turn, and get the pulley technology, after which we are going to jump ahead in time and do one more update.
coincidence is the word we use when we can't see the levers and pulleys.
That is a nice quote. So workers build improvements 10% faster. Oh, mining cab now gives extra 2. Good. That's going to boost our production across the entire area, and we get the pulley wheel plus 10% extra production. Again, this bonus is removed for military unit production because if you're training someone, the pulley is not good for anything, and it gives us additional 10% faster construction of walls, high walls, barricades, cement barrier, metamaterial walls, super strong alloy walls, and a mega strong alloy walls. Okay, so this is giving us 10% extra boost in building the walls, basically. So good. And now witness the magic of us using James Watt to get the national standard of measurement. No boy, that just flat out gave us 30 extra money every turn. Nice. And the production in Constantinople has jumped to 219. Nice. 212 in Patra. Modena has surpassed Constantinople, 226. Dang, Constantinople is no longer the fastest producing city. 118 in Thessaloniki, 127 in Adrianople, 159 in Nicaea, 125 in Antioch, 153 in Nicomedia, 120 in Ancyra, 154 in Trebizond, and 162 in Iconium, even though this city has only 4 population. Dang. Atalaya has 78, Ladiosa has 34, and Adi has 53. Adi has been constantly growing. I'm happy to say we upgraded almost all of its territory into very nice buildings. So once the population grows, a lot of production will be had here. Okay, but Constantinople still has the highest growth, right? 49, 19, 21. No, Thessaloniki has more now. Damn! So Constantinople is being surpassed in both growth and production. I don't like that. Adrianople 55, 23 in Nicaea, 40 in Antioch, 29 in Nicomedia, 44 in Ancyra, 28 in Trebizond, and 23 in Iconium, 29 in Atalaya. Ladiosa has 20 and 33 in Adi. Well, it's still the biggest city, and it has quite a big advantage compared to the other cities in other things like trade routes and stuff like that. But yeah, being surpassed hurts, man. It hurts. Turn 3399, year 3006 BC. We're 1 turn away from textile boom. I have to say that I'm quite happy with the performance of Byzantium as a whole. We are now at 46 gold per turn, even if we are 2 cities above the limit. Actually, 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. Did I calculate it? We are 4 cities above the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. So we are 4 cities above the actual limit. Damn, okay. Cocky of us. But still, we managed to get a huge amount of extra income. Our cities are growing. You can see Thessaloniki now population 12. Ancyra almost at 8. Antioch is soon to be at population 9. Vodena is still 10, but actually still 10? Not sure. I think that Vodena was 10 last time as well. But Ladiosa is almost at 3, and Atalaya is closing on 5. So things are looking pretty good. We keep upgrading various tiles in our territory according to the latest fads, like building farms, building what is it called, hamlets around, and generally just being cool. The only thing that really sucks is the fact that we couldn't get the civilians out of this territory. The free extra population would be really good. We're still camped in the Rishon LeZion city. For some reason, Israel is not trying to reconquer it. I don't know why. I'm not going to question that, but I'm keeping an eye on their unit movements so that in case they attack, we can withdraw from the city. Now, I haven't spoken about that previously, but the Black Hand has been sent to sort of look around the Egyptian territory, and we found out that they recolonized this territory where they had their original capital. They founded the city Elephantine here, and it's taking some advantage of the local area, not by much, but we know that there is the marble and silver ore and llamas and donkeys and even some other benefits. I think there was something else here. Oh yeah, there's the stone here. So, you know, they were the ones that attacked us and they were punished for that, but now they're still the second worst civilization of them all. They're currently working on sailing. I have a feeling that sailing is quite far back there. Is it before sedentary lifestyle or after? Nope, it is after sedentary lifestyle. Piracy. It has to be up here somewhere. Or is it not? Harpoon making, fishing, boat building. I am not sure where sailing is. Here it is, sailing. Okay, so even the worst civilizations are now well into sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so that is good to know. So the tech diffusion is working well. The more civilizations research something, the easier it is for the rest to research it. So if you imagine that we are just this further ahead, that's not bad. I mean, the balance is retained. So even those now have, they have archers. Why? And stone axemen. So why wouldn't they have sedentary lifestyle? Alpha, think when you're looking. So yeah, they're growing. So even Egypt with 87 score is not that far behind. I like that. As I mentioned, I turned this option on specifically to prevent someone from going too far ahead and just, rolling in tanks while everyone else has medieval knights, which is a running meme for every single civilization game pretty much. But quite interesting, Mali has settled here with the city of Bamako, and there were a couple of there's two barbarian cities here, Maurian and Sakae. I'm not sure. Sakae, is it a Korean city? I'm not sure where these guys come from, but they're actually going on the strategy that I was tempted to do in the early game, where you just settle the coast, and that I spoke about a couple of times. So I think it's going to be quite a priority for us to settle the next city here so that we prevent them from spreading and, for example, founding a city here. There really isn't much that they can do. They won't settle a city here, I can pretty much guarantee that. But pushing the border here would also probably be prudent. It's not that much interesting here. I mean, we could settle a city, I guess, here with the intent of having it like a border city, or maybe here would be a good tile. Though that means we won't get the stone. So yeah, probably here or here would be the best as far as tiles go, with the metropolitan administration eventually. But we could also do it here, just for good measure and roleplay. We'll see. But yeah, the next cities will have to be probably on the eastern border to facilitate our control of that area. I know that I mentioned one here, but yeah, and in the north as well, because the barbarians here. Oh, there's a mammoth here. Okay, they can be quite annoying. So a city here, a city here, and city here will be our next priority. So 4 cities, that's a great priority. Everything is a priority pretty much. So what's on the turn? And enjoy the textile boom, which is further going to boost our income, I believe. We'll see. We'll see. But again, textile boom, a technology that will help Byzantium in its growth. Okay, the greatest civilization, and we are not the greatest civilization. We're not even in the... No, we are the 8th strongest civilization in the world. Okay, well, better than not being on the list at all.
The beauty of a woman is not in the clothes she wears, the figure that she carries, or the way she combs her hair.
I tend to disagree with Audrey Hepburn on that. Anyway, Weaver now gives us 2 extra income. Okay, we are now at 56 every turn, which is nice. This reveals tapestries and unfortunately also pests, moths. So this one is built automatically when we get cloth or clothing and a city size of at least 6. Yeah, okay, so that's why we have only 56, because the income has been reduced for pretty much almost all of our cities, and we get extra unhappiness and lower production. Dang. On the other hand, as I mentioned, Tapestry Maker's Workshop gives 3 extra income and has a number of extra bonuses that we can get. Heraldry gives 4 and Chivalry gives 4. Aristocracy gives 3. Monarchy gives 2. Damn, okay. This is going to be a very profitable endeavor for us. So next technology that we're going to get is Sculpture. It's going to take 22 turns. What are you going to give us? You're going to give us the Pyramids and the Sphinx. And anything else? Sculptor's Workshop, extra income and culture. Valley of the Kings. Oh, that's such a beautiful place. Starts a golden age and gives us a free technology. Okay, we're gonna go after that. We're gonna go after that if we can. And you also give us the Apadana Palace. Okay, but the Valley of the Kings is something that we want. Now I wanted to mention that I was looking at the technologies a bit, and the fact that we are completely skipping writing is not making me happy, though I was kind of surprised that it's not giving us all that much. The one that I really like is the Scroll Maker, which gives extra education, plus 2 per turn, and a bit of income. And there's also the School of Scribes, which is giving you plus 5 education per turn and replaces Story Tower. So that's a flat out free bonus, which I like. I mean, extra free education is good, and it gives extra experience points to diplomats. I'm not sure what is considered a diplomat. Maybe Story Towers would be considered diplomat. I'm not sure, but plus 3 and plus 2 is going to be good. So we should maybe look into getting the writing a bit earlier. But again, I mean, brassworking and seafaring is also very important. And then there's things like salt processing, which is going to, salt quarry. There's quite a lot of things that we need. So once we finish all of these, we are definitely going to get writing. I know about it. I know you guys mentioned it. It is an important thing. I recognize that, but it's going to take a while for us to get to it. Other than that, I think I'm kind of happy. It's worth mentioning, and a pretty good closing point, that we are 12 turns away from the world wonder Cheomseong Dae, which is a world wonder coming to us, I believe, from Korea, which is going to give us an extra free technology, 20% golden age length, extra science, extra culture, extra great scientist growth, and well, 5% extra maintenance is, doable. I don't mind that, but it's gonna go well with the value of the kings if we can construct that. So I'll probably be back in 12 turns before we get the helm sound die, because I hope that's not gonna give us the sculpture. Oh, we'll see. If it is, it's gonna make it. Oh, we're gonna get like 10 extra turns out of that anyway, so that's good. Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much. We've done quite a lot. Razing the 2 Israelite cities is it's brutal, but I'm happy about it still. Our civilization is growing, our income is stable, culture is expanding. Yeah, not much to complain about at this point.